Hi everyone, welcome to Code with Brain. I am Deepak and today we will be solving 5 easy questions from HackerRank. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your problem solving skills, these questions will help you build strong foundation. So let's dive right in. So here our first question says to print hello world, which is a very good question to understand how print statement works. All we need to use is a print function to display hello world. Let's see how it looks in code. I have to give a print function which is gonna print me the given format of hello world. Yes. So let us try giving run code. And here you go. We have successfully finished the first question. Let us move to our second question. Tells us to print weird and not weird for given conditions, where you can see that if n is odd, print weird. We have to print weird when we get an input n as an odd number, and when n is even and it's inclusive of range 2 to 5, then we have to print not weird. If n is even and the inclusive range of 6 to 20, then we have to print weird. If n is even and greater than 20, print not weird. So again, all we need to use is a if else and print function. So let's see how it looks in code. First I have to define a variable which gives an intake of a number. Next, now let us dive into our conditions. What is the first condition we have? We have that the first condition is if n is odd. So what are the conditions which you think for n as being an odd? So if a function if a input is odd, then if I divide it by the 2, then its remainder should not be equal to 0. So exactly, if n modulo 2 is not equal to 0, and so that's all. Print weird. Else we are going to use an elif function which says us that else if n is even. So n is even, again it should give a reminder 0, and n should lie between inclusive of the range given. So n has to be equal to 5. Print not weird. Elif, again the condition has to be even, so the condition is same but the range is different. So what the range has to be? From 6 to 20. We have to print weird. Elif, again n modulo 2 equal to 0 and n greater than or equal to 20, sorry, just greater than 20. Print not weird. Yes, so let us now try running the code. So if the input is 3, the first test case which this function is going to run is the test case 3. So if I take n is equals to 3, it is not equal to 0, it should print as weird. So let us now just run and see the code. Yes, there you go. We have successfully completed our second question. Let's start with third question. Our third question talks about simple arithmetic operators which tells us to add and subtract and print the output. So here what they need us is we have to take two numbers as an input and we have to print sum of the two numbers and difference of the two numbers and the product of the two numbers. So let me take first two integers as an input. Next, I am assigning a b value which is equal to int of now what they are saying is we have to just print the sum of the input which they gave and difference of the input which they gave and the product of the input which they have given. Yes. So now let us try running the code. So therefore we have successfully completed all the test cases and let's move ahead to fourth question. Our fourth question talks about division, that is integral and float division. So what we need is we will just delete these things, and what they have given that we have to take input two numbers and the result should be an integer division which has to give only an integer and a float division which has to give a float. So let's first define two variables. Now what we need is we need to print. So here they have clearly given that the first line contains first integer a, the second line contains the second integer b. We have defined them. Now the output format should be print the two lines as described above, that is this. So what we need to do is we need to do integral division and a float division. So now let us run and see. Therefore, we have successfully completed our fourth question. So now our fifth question of this video is going to talk about loops. So let's dive into it. Here what we got is that we have to get an input from a code which gives an output that the numbers preceding it, we have to get the square of it. For example, here the input number has, let's say 5. It is going to print 0 and 1 square is 1 and 2 square is 2, 4, 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. And so what we are going to do right now is first of all we have to define a variable. Now what we are going to do is I'm just going to use a for loop. For I in range, I need to get print of from 0 to the number, right? What I need to print? Print I square. So this gives me the function. Yes, exactly. So by this we are concluding this video. We will catch So now we have successfully completed the 5 questions of easy level. Let's catch up with another set of 5 questions in next video. So stay tuned.